The British Prime Minister David Cameron says last night's vote in the House of Commons to approve the introduction of gay marriage in England and Wales is a step forward for the country. However, more than half of all Conservative MPs, including 10 ministers, opposed the change.
After a full day of debate, same-sex marriage has been approved in England and Wales by a big majority in a key vote in Parliament.
100. The noes to the left, 175. So the ayes have it.
But this is just the first of several votes needed for the bill to pass. Nevertheless, supporters outside Parliament were jubilant.
This is a matter of equality than anyone in Parliament saying.
There's still a long way to go. Changing people's culture and values takes a long time. Sometimes you have to change the laws first if you can, and that's what I think we're doing now. And I think, in a few years' time, people will look back to today and think, well, what was all the fuss about? That was quite extraordinary.
The new law proposes legalising same-sex marriage in 2014.
Those who oppose same-sex marriage are basically saying that they support discrimination and that gay couples are unworthy. And that's profoundly insulting. In a democratic society, everyone should be equal before the law.
Prime Minister David Cameron's authority took another hit, however. The Conservatives split in two in the free vote on the measure he himself had introduced.
Well, today is an important day. I'm a strong believer in marriage. It helps people commit to each other, and I think it's right that gay people should be able to get married too. This is, yes, about equality, but it's also about making our society stronger. I know there are strong views on both sides of the argument. I respect that, but I think this is an important step forward for our country.
It's a divisive issue for your party. You've spoken out strongly for it. As you say, many others are against it. Some would say you've kept quiet over this for days. Why speak out now, an hour or so before the vote?
I've been very vocal in support of this. I said that I thought marriage is a great institution and it should be there for people who are gay as well as people who aren't. That's why I've pioneered this change. I think it's important for our country, important for our society. Yes, it's about equality, but it's also about a stronger society. I'm a big believer in marriage. It helps people to commit to each other, and I think that that's why gay people should be able to get married too. And in the end, that's what this is about, saying this is a great institution. Don't stop gay people getting married, allow them to do that, and society will be stronger as a result. So I respect the opinions of others, but this is a good step forward for our country, and I'm proud that this government's taking it.
This was really the first time British lawmakers had a chance to contest the details of this bill. And as you can imagine, there was vigorous debate with many MPs wanting to weigh in. And it's been particularly divisive for the Conservative Party. I had a chance to speak with David Davis. He is a Conservative MP, and he explained to me why he personally is against this bill.
There's a strong possibility that within a few years of this bill going through, people will be saying, well, we demand the right to go along to a mosque, a synagogue or a church and have a same-sex marriage, regardless of what that church actually thinks.
Here in the UK, same-sex couples can be legally recognised as having a civil partnership, and this gives them many of the same legal benefits of marriage. But supporters of the bill say it is not the same thing as marriage. I spoke to Tony and Barry Druitt-Barlow. They've been together for 25 years and are raising 5 children together. Here's what they told me.
For us, we want to be able to go into our church and with our congregation get married and celebrate. I don't want to go in front of a vicar or a priest who doesn't want to do it. It's supposed to be the happiest day of my life. I want to be really happy and joyous when I get married to the man that I've been together with for 25 years.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. So I understand people don't want to do it, and that's fine. I don't want to force anybody to marry us. I just want to have the right to be able to do it.
And if somebody wants to marry us, then they should have that right to be able to choose whether they want to marry us. And that's what it's all about, choice and dignity. It's about dignity for lesbian and gay people and having the same rights in law and in the eyes of God as everybody else.
Now, the debate and the vote in Parliament today is just really the beginning of the process to get this bill passed. It still has to go through the House of Lords before it can actually become law.